Right, well, I thought I would have a go running this outboard, this Yamaha 6. It's a couple of months old now and it's got about 40 something hours on it. With its internal tank. Normally I use this tank, the 25 litre tank, and that lasts a long time. But I thought, as it's a nice evening, it's 19:30 just about, I would go out for a little run and see how long this tank lasts. It's 1.1 litres. I'm expecting 6 or 7 nautical miles because it is amazingly economical. It's only a little boat, it's only a 2.7 metre sib. Probably get a little bit better if it was a rib, but I've only got this, so that's what I'm using. Yeah, so I have warmed the engine up a mile and a bit from the marina. So I'm just going to reset this now to this little Garmin. You'll never be able to see this because these type of screens don't really show up with the camera, but we can try it anyway, maybe with the backlight on. That's 0 meters since reset. We're just moving a little bit with tide, so we'll go 2 or 3 miles one way and 2 or 3 miles the other to kind of even it all out. So I think we're moving a little bit about 0.3, 0.4 knots. So yeah, I'll go one way up this fjord and then go the other way. It's not a trial because it's such a lovely evening. It's 3 or 4 degrees, which makes a change. I've been going out and it's been minus 3 or 4 at least, and snow. There's no snow tonight, I do not think. Water temperature's probably about 3 or 4 degrees, and at the moment there's barely any wind and virtually no waves at all. A few centimetres of kind of swelly way, and that's about it. So, without further ado, it is 19:30. I'm going to put this camera down and start the engine. Right, well, that's the engine started, as you'll be able to hear. I primed it a minute ago, having run the fuel out of the carburetor from the main. So let that warm up again for a few seconds. I put my fuel cord back on. There we go. Okay, so we're set. I am now going to get going and we will see what we can see.
That have come over me in these past few days. I've been afraid I might slip away, so I've been telling old stories and singing songs that make me think about where I've come from. That's the reason.
Right, well, there we go. We have now run out of fuel. Well, out of the little tank. Still got hopefully 10 litres or so left in the big tank, so there we go. I should be able to see that with the backlight on now. So it is about 45 minutes and 7.43 miles. Obviously there will be a little bit of inaccuracy with the distance because in the end I decided to cross Solbergfjord rather than go backwards and forwards, but yeah, so it won't be, I'm sure there could be a little difference there depending on the current. But yeah, the weather was here. I mean, it is absolutely flat again. In the middle of the fjord there was a little bit of wind, hardly anything, force 1 or something, and a few, maybe a bit of swell left over from the other day or whatever, from yesterday. Yeah, so I'm pretty impressed with that. I guess that's about just under 7 miles then for a litre. Can't really grumble at that. Right, well, in the boat, this is just an inflatable. As I say, I think you'd get a little bit more if you had a rib maybe another 10% more, a little bit more efficient. But this is just a roll up, so I've probably got 15 kilos with the tank of fuel, myself, and the safety gear and stuff for about 90 kilos, 30 kilos of outboard and 42 kilos of German inflatable. So yeah, that's that managed to get me 7.4 miles on the tank. I run the outboard about there, gets on the plane about half throttle in theory, not that much more, you only get a couple more knots maximum to there. Yeah, that's about between 10.5 and 11 knots, and flat out I get about just under 14, but I didn't do that coming over, I just did just on the plane kind of speeds, which is about 10.5 knots comfortably planing. So there we have it, that's the way it is. Mainly I wanted to do this because this summer, when it's a bit warmer, we will going to try to do a little challenge of taking this about 500 kilometres, 250 kilometres each way, 150 or so nautical miles I guess, to a glacier north of here, and we'll do it probably in 2 days, go up there, camp, come back the next day. It's pretty cold now. I was going into this bay here which is beautifully flat, but there was a bit of ice on the surface, and whilst I'm 99% sure it would not affect this, it doesn't feel particularly great when you can start hearing the ice on the hull, and it's only a thin piece of material, and whilst I am very, very pleased with this, amazed the quality of these dry suits, I don't really fancy having a swim. So yeah, and keeping warm with peak under layers as well, so whilst my hands are getting a bit cold, my body temperature is just fine, which is great because we've been doing this, a few little trials, maybe done, I don't know, 700 kilometres now in the last few weeks, just messing around, getting used to seeing how the little dinghy behaves, and it's just fun to see what you can do on, well, the dinghy cost a very small amount of money, £60, 700 krona, something like that, and you don't need to spend too much to have a good bit of fun.
They've withered now, they're gone, and so I'm steady thinking that my way is clear, and I know what I will do tomorrow when the hands have shaken and the kisses flowed.
Well, this is on the way back from that little test run, fuel consumption run, and when I came over doing the run there was a little bit of wind out here making some little tiny waves, but now really the wind has completely gone, and what an amazing evening it is now. The sun has just gone behind the hills of Senja, and it is just a stunning, stunning evening.
Oh, and let me tell you that I love you, and that I think about you all the time. Caledonia, you're calling me, and now I'm going home. And if I should become a stranger, know that it would make me more than sad.